Hello everyone, hope you guys be fine. I'm doing well. Again, this is me Saurabh with next class for CCNA. So yeah guys, thank you so much for those beautiful messages, and if you guys have any doubt, any suggestion, please kindly contact us through our email, that is saurabh70@gmail.com. So yeah guys, let's get started what we have for this class. So let's get started. So today we are going to talk about the topics which we are going to cover is about networking devices part 1. So we have two parts, part 1 and part 2. In this class we are going to talk about the networking device. We are going to talk about hub, switch, router and layer 3 switch, and the rest we are going to talk in another videos. So simple guys, in this topic, we can say in this class we are going to talk about the networking devices. What are devices that are available in the networking? So as a network engineer, or we can say as a Cisco students, we should know about the basic stuff. For example, what is hub, what is switch, what is router, and what is layer 3 switch. So yeah guys, let's get started. So the first topic which we are going to discuss is about hub. What is hub? Simple. Hub is a networking device. It is a networking device. It is working in which layer? It is operating in physical layer of OSI model. It is operating or it is working in physical layer of OSI model. It connects devices together to share the data between them. So in the hub, we are connecting the devices. Suppose this is hub, we are connecting devices. So when the devices want to share the data, suppose if it wants to sense the data, it's coming to this. So it connects devices together to share the data between them. It sends the data for all the devices. It means it is doing the broadcast. It is doing the broadcast. And it is old technology. It is an old technology. So what is hub? It is a networking device. In which layer it's operating? In layer 1, which is physical layer. So what it's going to do? It connects devices together to share the data between them. So how it's going to send the data? It's going to send the data for everything, for everyone. So it means it's going to broadcasting. Is it an old technology or a new technology? It is very old technology. And here is we can say how hub is look like. So this is the real, and this is we can say the symbol, or we can say the icon which we are using in the networking. This is how a hub look like. That's how a hub look like. So let's go further. So then we're going to study how the hub works. Simple. Data is how the hub works. So data is here and here. Just 1 minute, sorry. Yeah. So how the hub works? Data is coming from sender to the hub. From hub, the data goes to all devices. So suppose this is our sender and this is our receiver. How the data is coming? The data is coming from sender to the hub. When coming in the hub, from hub, it goes to all the devices. It comes to here, it comes here, and it comes to here. So now you can see that one. Only the receiver want to get the data. But when it comes to the hub, it doesn't care. It's going to send for everyone. Suppose this PC, it doesn't need. This PC, it also doesn't need. But hub, it's okay. You need it or you do not. I will send the data. Suppose if in this port another device is connected, also it's going to send the data for everyone. So in here now you understand that hub is broadcasting. So it means when a data is connecting, it's going to send the data for everyone. It's going to send the data for everyone. If someone need it or if someone doesn't need it. This is how hub works. So simple guys, how the hub works? Data is coming from sender to the hub. From hub, it's going to broadcast. So it's going to send for all devices. So let's move to next. What we have? What are the disadvantages of HAP? The first disadvantage of HAP is it sends the data for all when someone need it or when someone doesn't need it. So if someone need it or someone doesn't need it, it's going to broadcast. It's going to send for everyone. This is the disadvantages. Suppose the sender wants to send the data on the receiver, but when it comes, the data is coming to here. So what HAP does? HAP sends for everyone. When it sends everyone, so it's going to consume a lot of bandwidth. It's going to consume a lot of bandwidth. So this is the disadvantage of HAP. So simple. It sends the data for all and it consumes a lot of bandwidth. Consume a lot of bandwidth. A lot of bandwidth. So simple, guys. This is, we can say, the disadvantage of HAP. So let's move to the next. What do we have? So the next we are going to talk about the device that is called switch. That is called switch. So switch is also a networking device. Switch is also what? A networking device. So it is a networking device. It is operating in which layer? It's operating in networking layer. It's operating in networking layer. It connects devices together to share the data between them. So it sends the data for a specific device. It sends the data for a specific device, and it is a new technology. It is a new technology. Good. Okay. So wait a minute. I have to change this one. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I have to be here. Oh gosh. Sit here, sweetie. Okay. So simple, guys. It's belong to which layer? Belong to network layer. What it's going to do? It connect devices together to share the data between them. It send the data for a specific device. It's not like HAP. HAP is broadcasting. In here, it's not broadcasting. It's a new tech. It means it's a new technology. Suppose now, if we connect one computer here, one computer is connecting to here, and one computer is connecting to here. So now what happened? Suppose this is our source. This is our destination. So now, if the source, suppose data is coming to the switch. Switch is going to send directly the data to the destination. It's not coming to here. It means it sends the data for a specific device only. It's not like HAP that it's going to send like a crazy for everyone. If someone needs it or someone doesn't need it, it's going to send. But in here, switch is not. Switch, it sends the data for those which they need it. It's not going to broadcast. It's not going to broadcasting. And we can say this is the log, how a switch look like. This is a physical log, and this is the icon of a switch. This is the icon of a switch, how switch look like. Okay, so let's move to the next. What we have? Yeah, the next is how a switch works. How switch works. So switch, it has a memory table that's called CAM table. CAM means, the full form of CAM is content addressable memory. So CAM means content addressable memory. This CAM table is filled by two things: switch port number and computer MAC address. When data reaches to the CAM table, it checks the specific MAC address and directly sends to the specific port. So now, suppose, look guys, we are going to talk about CAM table. CAM table. What is CAM table? It is a memory. It is a memory in the switch. So it is consisting of two parts: port number of the switch and the MAC address of computer. So now you can see this is a CAM table. This is a CAM table. So it has all the port number of the switch, port number 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. So now this, and all this computer MAC addresses there. So now you can say all computer MAC addresses are saving in here. Saving in here. So now, what happened? So now you can see that this one, when this switch want to send the data, so it's going to, data is coming here. Then switch, it's going to check the CAM table. So now, suppose this is the receiver. This is the receiver. Now, switch say that 350458 D80873 belong to which port? So it's going to check this one. And it see that this MAC addresses connect to port number 11. So it brings the data directly to port number 11. It's not going to send here. It's not going to send here. This is how the switch works. So simple, guys. First, data is coming from sender to the switch. Then from switch, what happened? From switch, it's going to check the CAM table. CAM table is going to check that MAC address connect to which port. Then after that, it sends for the specific computer. It sends the data for the specific computer. This is how it works. So simple, guys. Again, I'm going to, we can say, review for you guys how the switch works. Switch has a memory that's called CAM table, which is CAM stands for content addressable memory. So CAM table is made up of how many parts? 2 parts: switch port number and computer MAC address. So how does switch know that I have to send to which port to which MAC address? Obviously, when the sender sends the data is come check to the MAC address that the destination MAC addresses belong to which port. Then switch directly check the MAC address and send to the specific ports. So it's not going to send for everyone. It sends for the specific ports. This is how switch works. So yeah. So let's move to the next what we have. Now the next we are going to talk about the difference between hub and switch. So, and here is hub. This is hub and this is the switch. So now we can say, guys, hub, it belongs to physical layer. Switch, it's a device which belongs to data link layer. Hub, it cannot filter the data, so it sends the data for all ports. So remember, hub, it's not that much intelligent. It doesn't have the CAM table that it checks that which port I have to send. So when the data coming to the hub sends for everyone. But switch, it can filter the data. It means it has the CAM table. It know what is the MAC address, what is the port number, then directly it's going to send. So it sends for a specific port number. So when it comes here, it checks the CAM table and directly send to this one. So this is the difference between switch and hub. Hub is physical, switch is data link. Hub sends for everyone and switch sends for a specific one. So this is the difference between hub and switch. Okay. So let's move to the next what we have. The next which we are going to discuss is about router. Yes, about router. What is router? Router is simple. It is a networking device. It is what? It is a networking device. It means it's a device which is operating in which layer? In network layer. So it is working in which layer? Networking layer. It uses IP address to send and receive the data. Good. It connects different networks. It connects what? Different networks. So this is how we can say a router looks like. And here is the symbol or icon of the router. So router, what is it? It's a networking device. It operates in which layer? In network layer. It uses what does it use? It uses IP address to send and receive the data. It connects same network and different network. Mostly it's used to connect different networks together. So yeah, let's move to next what we have. So now look guys, in here how the router works. Suppose we have two networks. Suppose this is network A, this is network B. They are different networks. If I want to connect these two networks, if I put hub cannot connect two different networks. If I put bridge, it cannot connect different networks. If I put switch, layer 2 switch, it cannot connect. So which device I have to put that is going to connect different networks? So I have to put router. So router is the device which connect to different networks. So I put router here which connect network A to network B. Network A to network B. This is, we can say, the main job of router. So yeah, let's move to next what we have. So now what is the difference between switch and router? So guys, simple. Switch. This is switch. Switch work in data link layer. Router work in network layer. Switch mostly use MAC address for communication. Router use IP address for communication. Switch, it cannot connect different networks. Suppose this is network A, this is network B. If you put switch, even it cannot connect different networks. I'm talking about layer 2 switch, okay guys? So it cannot connect these two different networks because this is network A, this is network B. So a layer 2 switch cannot connect this one. So, but router, it can connect different network. So now, this is network A, this is network B. If I put a router, obviously it's going to connect. Everything works well. So this is the difference between router and switch. So yeah guys, let's move to the next. What do we have? So now the next device which we are going to talk is about layer 3 switch. Yes, layer 3 switch. Layer 3 switch. What is a layer 2 switch? It is a networking device. It is also called multi-layer switch. So whether you call it layer 3 switch or whether you are calling multi-layer switch, it's same. It can both work as a router and switch. It means it is one device. It can both as a router. Suppose this is layer 3 switch. It can work as a router. It can work as a switch. Same. It can both work as a so it can work with same network with different networks. It supports routing technologies. Suppose most of the routing technologies which we are going to do like RIP, OSPF, EI, GRP. So it can support. And it can also support switching technologies. For example, VLAN, STP, VTP. So simple guys, layer 3 switch, or L3 switch. So simple. It is a device. It can both work as a router. It can both work as a switch. It supports all the routing technologies and it can also support the switching technologies. So now you can see this is a layer 3 switch. And the icon or symbol is like this. So yeah. Now let's move what we have. Good. So this is over guys. So again, what we have covered guys, simple. I'm going to, for the small review, we have covered about the hub. So hub is belong to which layer? Data link layer. It is an old technologies, right? And it's going to broadcast. It means it's going to send the data for all. Send the data for all, for everything. Sorry, it's not belong to data link. It is belong to physical layer. And comes switch. Switches belong to which layer? It's belong to data link layer. So according to the hub, it is new technologies. And it's not going to send the data for all. It's going to send the data for specific. And it has a table. What is the name of table? It's called CAM table. CAM table. This CAM table is made up of how many parts? 2 parts. It consists switch port number, and it consists, or it has what? MAC address of the devices which is connected to this. Then come to the router. Router is belong to which network? Which layer? Belong to the network layer. So what is the job of the router? The main job of the router is to connect different networks. It connect different network. So, and it use what? It use IP address for communication. Then we study about the layer 3 switch. Layer 3 switch also operate in network layer. So it is a device that it can work as a router or it can work as a switch. So it is both router and switch. So hope guys you understand, and I'm going to, we can say, stop the class here. If you guys have any doubt, any question, suggestion, please let me know. So you may contact us via our Facebook or our YouTube channel, or we can say via our email. So till next class guys, take care, have a beautiful day, Allah Hafiz, and love you guys so much.